Leon, thank you. Would you like me to start, Mr. President? Thank you. First, with regard to Venezuela, our focus, the focus of countries throughout the region and beyond, is putting Venezuela back on a democratic path, and that starts with preparations for free and fair elections next year. That is the objective, and is clearly the desire of people throughout Venezuela. There are a number of very practical steps that the regime in Caracas can take to demonstrate that it wants to move down that path toward free and fair elections. What you just mentioned, that is the disqualification of a leading member of the opposition from competing in such elections, certainly sends the opposite message, and something that I think is deeply, deeply unfortunate. We're determined to continue international cooperation and coordination to press the regime to commit to free and fair elections in 2024 and to take the necessary steps to allow free and fair elections to go forward. And as I said, there are a number of very practical things that it can and should do. I'd also say more broadly that the purpose of the sanctions that we've imposed are not to create ends in themselves. That's not the objective. Sanctions are a means to an end, and the end is to help respond to the desire of the Venezuelan people to restore democracy. And as I said, that starts with free and fair elections. With regard to prisoners, those who are arbitrarily detained, this is something that we're engaged on constantly. And as you've heard me say many times, Leon, it's one of my top priorities as Secretary of State, looking out for the security, the well-being of Americans abroad, notably those who've been arbitrarily detained, used as political pawns. So we're focused on it. I'm not going to get into any of the engagements, diplomacy, deliberations that we have, but I think, as you've seen in the case of Venezuela, we've been able to bring a number of Americans home over the last year. And around the world, we brought nearly 30 Americans home who've been arbitrarily detained in one way or another. So it's a constant focus, and I'm not going to get into any details of where and how we might do that.